there, it's Juliana Michaels and welcome to my channel. In this video, I'm going to be sharing a brand new paper that can be used for alcohol inks, and I think you're going to love it. Feel free to pull from your stash and follow along. However, I do think you're going to want some of this new glossy cardstock. As always, you can find links to the supplies I'm using in the description box below. When you shop through those links, you are supporting me, and I appreciate that so very much. So I mentioned a new paper for doing alcohol inks, and it is the classic glossy cardstock from scrapbook.com. And when I got this, I immediately wondered if it would work for alcohol inks. And the reason I wondered that is because it's a glossy cardstock, so one side of the paper has this like glossy coating on it, as you can see. And this particular pack comes with 20 sheets of white and then 20 sheets of black. So they both have this glossy, shiny finish to them. And well, let's just say I was pleasantly surprised. So for this card, I'm going to be working with the classic glossy cardstock and alcohol inks. And I'm going to be working with just regular alcohol inks and then also alcohol pearl. And because I'm going to be using both types of inks, I'm also going to be working with a combination of isopropyl rubbing alcohol, 91%. I'm going to be using that with the regular alcohol inks, and then I'm going to be using the alcohol blending solution with the alcohol pearl. You have to use the blending solution with the pearl, otherwise the ink just does not flow and move, and it actually like kind of doesn't stick to the paper. Like, it just really interesting the way the chemistry works with these particular inks, depending on what type of solution you want to use to move them around. And I also like to work in these little small fine tip bottles. So I have one that has the blending solution in it and one that has the isopropyl rubbing alcohol in it. And then you're also going to need some kind of blower tool. So this is just a little squeeze ball that just blows air out when you squeeze it. There's several options for these, but this is the tool that I prefer to use. And then I'm also going to be working on a glass craft mat. You want to make sure that you are working in a well ventilated area when you're working with alcohol inks. And if you have sensitive skin, you might also want to consider using gloves to protect your skin. The alcohol inks will stain, so even if your hands aren't sensitive, you still might want to wear the gloves just to keep them from staining your fingers. And then as far as the work surface, I mentioned I'm going to be working on a glass mat. These will stain everything, so but they won't stain or discolor a glass mat. They clean up super easy with either rubbing alcohol or blending solution when you're working on a glass surface. So while I am working on this glass mat, unfortunately there is going to be a little bit of a glare from the lighting that I have here, but hopefully that won't be too distracting. So I'm going to start off with a piece of the white glossy cardstock. And for this one, I'm going to be using the regular alcohol inks and the isopropyl rubbing alcohol. And I am going to be working with Cosmopolitan, Lemonade, Juniper, Bayou, and Purple Twilight for my colors. And I'm just going to start off by kind of removing all the lids so that they're kind of ready to go. And then when I'm working with the rubbing alcohol or the alcohol inks, I also like to have some kind of a towel or cleanup cloth that I can use. So now I've got my gloves and my alcohol inks all ready to go. Something to wipe and clean things up if I need to. And so to start off with, I'm just going to apply these colors in rainbow order and kind of add a little bit of it here to my paper, and just kind of leaving a little bit of space in between them. And you can kind of play with how much or how little of any of these colors you want to add You may find that you want to add more of some colors. You can kind of go back and do that. And then once you've got your colors laid down, you're going to take your rubbing alcohol and you're just going to liberally apply it. You really want more rubbing alcohol than you have of the inks so that you have, you can get that ink flowing. And then you're going to take your blower tool and you're just going to very gently start blowing the air and blending those inks together. So I'm just kind of moving it around, getting those inks to move and flow together. And because we went in rainbow order, those colors are going to blend nicely with each other because the colors next to each other on the color wheel or in the rainbow blend and are related to each other. So you can kind of see that happening here. And if you get some areas where like, oh, there's nothing there, you can always kind of go in with your finger and dab that a little bit, or maybe you want to move some of that around. You don't like the way it's looking. You can also take a paper towel and dab some of it off. And then from here, you're just going to let that dry. If you wanted this across the whole background, you could have put more ink down and allowed that to cover your whole background for this design. I just kind of wanted to create a little area of color along this one side. And then from here, you can just set this to the side and let it dry for a few minutes. It doesn't take very long for the alcohol to evaporate and then the inks to completely dry. And then as far as cleaning up, you can just take the rubbing alcohol and cloth and just wipe that up and you're ready to move on to the next thing. I've also found when I'm working with the alcohol inks, it really helps to just take a little bit of the rubbing alcohol on your cloth and just to use that to wipe and clean off the nozzle area. I find that the alcohol ink will build up on there if you don't do this every now and then at least, and then the caps want to stick and it can get hard to get them off. So I just find that if I do that in between after every use, that it just saves me some of that hassle later on. And if you're interested in what I'm using here, this is the black Crafty cloth from scrapbook.com. It's a lint-free cloth and absolutely one of my favorite new cleaning supplies and tools. I love that it's very reusable, and in this black color, it doesn't get or look like it's getting dirty so fast. So I am very excited that it's now available in this black color. So now to add a little bit more interest to this background, I'm going to take a long paintbrush, any kind of a splatter brush could work, and I'm going to apply a little bit of the rubbing alcohol to my glass mat. I'm going to dip my brush in there, and then I'm just going to tap that over the background here. And it's just going to kind of create these little splatters and add a little bit of interest and a little more texture to the background. So here you can see this is the exact same colors. This is the card that you see in the sample that I'm sharing for this project, but I use the same colors and you get a totally different look just depending on how things decide to flow and move when you start adding the alcohol ink in the air. As you can see on this one, I had a little less of the purple, and on this one I had a lot more blue and green, but once you cut this down and add your embellishments and finish the card, it's going to be gorgeous. So yeah, so now let's go on to the next one. And for this one, I'm going to be working with a piece of the black glossy cardstock. And because it's black, we can't use the regular alcohol inks on it. They won't show up. But the alcohol pearls will. And as I mentioned earlier, you need to use the alcohol blending solution for these to flow and interact with each other and kind of to get them to even adhere to your paper well. And I've got it in this little fine tip bottle here. And the other thing with the alcohol pearl is that pearl that gives them their shimmer and shine will settle in the bottom of the bottle, if you can see there. So and there's a little shaker ball in there. So you just want to make sure that you shake all of them up really well and get all this mixed in so that you don't see this separation of the pearl from the liquid. So now they're all shook up, and as you can see, there's not that line of pearl in the bottom of the bottle. So we're going to remove the caps and get them all ready to go. And once again, I'm going to work in that rainbow order. Use my little cloth here to get some of the Ziva hair off. Then I'm going to just apply some of that pink here, some yellow, a bit of green, blue, and a little bit of that purple. Go kind of a little bit less there this time. And now we start adding that alcohol blending solution. And again, you want to go pretty generous with it. And then grab that blower tool and just start blowing and moving that ink around. If you're getting some areas where it doesn't seem like the ink is wanting to travel, just tap your finger in there. And you might want to wipe it off in between if you don't want to like spread color where you're yellow down into the blue here or anything like that, even though that would be fine. But you can just kind of help move that around along the edges there if you like even too. I'm going to kind of move that, get a little more of that pink down in there. And here I'm just kind of dabbing up a little bit of that excess blending solution. And then there is a look at our alcohol ink background. And as you can see, that pearl shows up so beautifully on this black cardstock. So then you're just going to let this sit and let it dry. Now, as far as creating splatters on this background, you do not want to splatter the blending solution. You don't want to make this like an airborne type thing because you don't want to breathe this in. So again, just a reminder, make sure you're working in a well-ventilated area when you're working with any of these products. And then again, with cleaning off your glass mat, you can use the blending solution if you like. You can also use the isopropyl rubbing alcohol to clean up the pearls, but it just it won't move and flow with the rubbing alcohol like it will with the blending solution for getting it to adhere to the cardstock. So, and you know what? Why don't we just demonstrate that? I'm going to show you what actually happened. So we'll take another piece of that black card, and I'm just going to take one of the colors here. I think the purple is really pretty, and I'm just going to give it another little shake since it's been sitting there for a second. And I'm going to apply it to the cardstock here. And then I'm going to add the rubbing alcohol and kind of let you see the difference there. It didn't really move. And here is more of the alcohol pearl. And now I'm adding the blending solution. You can see, you can just see like the difference right there. How much that is moving around where this, it's like it dries it up or something. I'm not sure. I know it's just a chemical reaction that's happening. So that just goes to show the difference here. And so then when you start adding the air blower, like that doesn't really want to move. This just goes. So it's not a matter of using more rubbing alcohol. That's not going to help anything. So like if I come back, try to add some more rubbing alcohol in there, it's not doing anything. Nothing at all. And then this will just keep going until it's beginning to dry, and you can play with it and create. So hopefully that helps kind of explain a little bit of the difference of why you want to use blending solution versus the rubbing alcohol with the alcohol pearls. Now, as far as the regular alcohol inks, you can use either one or that you want or prefer to use. There's really not a lot of difference between the two with the regular alcohol inks. I also quickly wanted to share with you when I mentioned that the blending solution versus the rubbing alcohol with alcohol pearls. So this was the alcohol pearls with the regular rubbing alcohol, and it comes off on my finger. So using rubbing alcohol with it won't stick to the paper. That powder comes off and will rub off. However, this is the pearl with the blending solution, and I can rub over and there's nothing. So you can see, makes a big difference. And then again, here is just another comparison of two different backgrounds that I made. This one obviously is the one that you see in the example for the video. And then this is the one that I made here during the video. And you can just see, you just never know what you're going to get with the alcohol inks. And what I can just really encourage you is to sit down and play with them. Don't be afraid to play and practice and have fun. So alcohol inks aren't something that you can completely control and make them go and do where you want them to go and do. You kind of get what you get and don't throw a fit when you're working with them. And I think sometimes, for me anyway, that creative play is something that I need. It helps me kind of break out of my little box sometimes and try something new and different and just have fun experimenting and playing. So I hope you have enjoyed seeing how these backgrounds were created using the new scrapbook.com glossy cardstock. And it also comes in rainbow colors and pastel colors, but I just really felt like the white and the black lended themselves so nicely to working with alcohol inks and alcohol pearls. Until next time, stay crafty, my friend. Thanks so much for watching. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button so you can join me on a more regular basis. Hit the like if you enjoyed this video, and if you want to join me on my other social media platforms, you can find the links to those in the description box below. Also, feel free to leave me a comment if you have any questions or if there's something you'd love to share with me and our community. I'll see you in the comments below and in the next video. Until next time, stay crafty, my friend.